What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 117 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze. On Monday's episode, I opened up this pack right here, the Mythical Pokemon Collection with Meloetta. If you happen to have seen that episode, great. If not, go check it out. It's episode 115. Today is 117, and I did happen to come across a few more packs of cards, which I'll go ahead and open for you today. So this is the packs that we have here: 2 Steam Siege, Primal Clash, and a Ancient Origins as well. So that's what I'm opening up today, live on camera. And thanks for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, I open up packs of cards and I open up tins and things like that all the time. So I'm very passionate about Pokemon. I enjoy Pokemon very much. I also enjoy gaming and things like that in general. So thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will be opening more and playing more of the trading card game in the future. Today, I'm going to go ahead and open up these 4 packs. Let's start with this Ancient Origins pack right here. This is, I got this actually, I know around Black Friday I bought 2 tins. I bought a Magerna tin and a Volcanion tin. I actually bought 2 Volcanion tins, so these are the packs that were inside the Volcanion tin, just as a heads up. So I didn't just come across them. I didn't go out of my way to buy them. I just happened to get that tin for $10, and I ended up with these extra packs. But yeah, it does come with a code, so that'll be put into my game pretty soon. Believe me, I'd love to give away codes. I would love very much to be giving away codes. I can't do it right now, but once my collection in the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online gets built up significantly higher, and also once I start making a little bit more money, or once I get more subscribers, I'll start doing contests and things to give away not only codes like this, but actual packs of cards and actual tins and things like that. So stay tuned for that. That's coming. Just be supportive, and I promise you that day will come. Anyway, so here's the first pack. It's an Ancient Origins pack. What do we have here? We have Baltoy. Baltoy is 60 HP, slap for 10 damage, and spinning attack for 20. Next up we have Inkay, 50 HP, Ink Spit, 10 damage. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack does nothing. Next up we have Goomy, 40 HP, Dragon-type Pokemon. The ability Water Down. Whenever you attach a Water Energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may search your deck for Goomy and put it onto your bench, shuffle your deck afterwards, and Stampede does 10 damage. Not a big fan of this card, but it's not bad. We've got Beldum, 60 HP, Ram for 10 damage, and spinning attack for 30. Next up we have Unknown. This card gets a lot of play. I was very confused as to why somebody would want to put this card on their bench and then just draw a card and discard it, but now I kind of understand. 60 HP, Hidden Power for 10 damage, and Farewell Letter. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. If you do, draw a card. So, while I thought that was kind of a useless ability in the beginning, I understand now that Pokemon like Vespiquen do damage based on how many basic Pokemon are in your discard pile. So this gets this Pokemon into your discard pile rather quickly, and you get to draw a card too. There are other reasons to have it in your discard pile. But I think the sole purpose of just drawing an extra card is kind of worthless. But this basic Pokemon makes sense now, to me anyway. Alright, what's up next? We have Metang, 90 HP, Metal Claw for 30, and Bullet Punch for 50, but you flip 2 coins, do 20 damage for each head. So Metang this is a foil card as well, so it's very shiny. I will take that. It evolves from that Beldum you just saw. Also, we've got Gyarados. This is a great card. I saw a really cool strategy for this card earlier in the month, I believe it was. 130 HP, full retaliation, 30 damage, plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on each of your benched Magikarp. Thrash does 100 damage. Flip a coin for each heads. The attack does 30 more damage. If tails, it does 30 damage to itself. This card also allows you, with the ability right there, to attach 2 Pokemon Tool cards. So that's kind of neat. I saw a strategy where I think there's like an ability or some kind of a stadium card or something where if you drop a card onto your bench, um, it does 20 damage to that benched Pokemon. I can't remember what card it was or where I saw it. Actually, I saw it from PTCG Radio. He actually has a really cool channel and a very cool strategy for this card. So if you have not checked out his channel, definitely check it out. There's some great strategies there. He's much more knowledgeable than I am. I like to think I'm entertaining, but he's like super knowledgeable. Anyway, next up we have Forest of Giant Plants. Allows you to evolve any grass-type Pokemon on your first turn or the same turn in which you play that card. So, pretty useful stadium card. Gloom, 80 HP, and Drool for 30 damage. And we've got Vaporeon, 90 HP. Each of your Stage 1 Pokemon in play is now a water Pokemon in addition to its existing types. And Hydro Splash for 70 damage. So, that is your first Ancient Origins pack, or I should say my first Ancient Origins pack. Moving on to the next pack is, I believe, a Primal Clash. Now, Primal Clash, I'm actually excited to get this into the actual online game because I think this is the one that has, I want to say this is the one that has, what's the card I'm thinking of? The one that I'm using, Gardevoir EX, Mega Gardevoir EX. I think this is the pack that has that in it. Generations does as well, as you saw a couple days ago, but this one I think does have it also. So, the first card in this pack, of course, is a code for online. But secondly, we also have Corphish, which looks suspiciously like that new Pokemon in Sun and Moon. What's the name of it called? Punchy? I don't remember what I don't remember what it's called. Post in the comments what that Pokemon is called. It's the punching Pokemon. Looks like Corphish. It's purple, blue. I don't know. I'll think of it later, and then I'll feel like an idiot. But Vice Grip for 10 damage, 60 HP on this Pokemon, by the way. Knock off, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Next up is Weedle, 50 HP, multiply. Search your deck for a Weedle and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. We've got Barboach, 50 HP, Rain Splash for 30 damage. We've got Spheal, 60 HP, Ball Roll for 30 damage, times the number of heads after you flip, and you flip until you get tails. Bidoof is 70 HP, Gnaw for 10 damage. Scrunch, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks on your opponent's next turn. Next up is Bunnelby. This is a foil card as well, as you can kind of see there. 70 HP and Trip Over is 10 damage. Plus 30 damage. Is that 30? Yeah, 30 more damage if you flip heads. Next up is Diggersby. 110 damage. Ear Dig is flip a coin until he gets tails. For each head, discard the top card of your opponent's deck and hammer in for 70 damage. Silent Lab. Each basic Pokemon in play in each player's hand and discard pile has no abilities. I like this card because I think it really does a lot to hinder certain decks. Not every deck, but it can come in handy in certain situations. Groudon Spirit Link, that's a pretty straightforward card. You don't end your turn when you evolve into Primal Groudon EX. Nidorina, 90 HP, Scratch for 20 damage, and Strength for 60. And that is all of the cards in this pack. So moving right along, hopefully you're getting some great information out of me today. Maybe not great information. Maybe you're getting some kind of idea or thrill out of me opening these packs. I think when I was younger, I remember opening tons and tons of packs on the original Pokemon trading card game online. And then I remember like just the smell and the feel and the way that it was like it was such a great experience opening up packs of cards, and hopefully you won't get the same experience, but the mystery of what's inside this pack is another thing that's like kind of rewarding, kind of addicting to buy more and more packs. I just remembered, by the way, what Pokemon that was called. It's not Corphish. It's I just forgot it again. I can't believe I did that. It's Crabrawler. That's the name of the Pokemon I was thinking of. That looks very much like Corphish. Crabrawler is the one I'm thinking of. I apologize to the Pokemon fans out there that think I should have known that. I should have known that, honestly. I don't know all the Pokemon, of all time, but I try. I try real hard. Of course, there's like 800 Pokemon out there, so it's really difficult to know all of them. But, not unreasonable. I don't think I should know that Pokemon. I'll get it. Don't worry. All right, so this is the first Steam Siege pack that we opened up. First one is Nose Pass. I've seen this card hundreds of times. 70 HP, Thunder Wave, may paralyze if you flip heads, and Rolling Tackle for 40 damage. Next up is Nidoran Male, 60 HP, Come Along. Search your deck for Nidoran Female and put it onto your bench, shuffle your deck afterwards, and peck for 20 damage. Next up is Litleo, 60 HP, Lunge for 30 damage, but does nothing if you flip tails. Sneasel has 60 HP, Neon Roll, 10 damage. Flip a coin if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage onto this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Sorry about the focus. The focus is like flashing in and out. It's driving me nuts. I hope it's not driving you nuts. Meryl for 60 HP, Bubble Drain, 10 damage, and you also heal 10 damage. Next up is Bergmite, a foil card. 70 HP, Ice Block, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, and Icy Snow for 20 damage. Cobalion, 120 HP, Quick Guard, prevent all damage under this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon during your opponent's next turn, but you can't use Quick Guard during your next turn. And Revenge Blast is 30 damage, plus 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Drifblim is 100 HP. Eerie Wave for 30, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And Burst Curse, discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. Put 8 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you'd like. Ninja Boy will let you take any basic Pokemon on your side, any of your basic Pokemon that are in play, and you may switch it with another basic Pokemon in your deck and shuffle that original Pokemon back into your deck. So, a very useful card if you don't get the card that you need right away. Greedy Dice is a card that I really want to try out, but I'm super afraid that it's like you have to play 4 of them if you're going to play anything, and I'm super scared that this is going to be something that just doesn't work out. But basically, you can play this card only if you took it as a face-down prize card and put it into your hand. Flip a coin. If heads, take 1 more prize card. So that could come in handy, but it's like so risky that I don't think I would want to use it. But I'm going to try it. At some point, I am going to try it. All right, next up is the last Steam Siege pack, and then I'll take on 2 opponents in versus mode with my fairly odd deck. Still needs some work. It's not perfect, but it has won 5 in a row on camera, so I'm not saying that it's a brilliantly constructed deck because it's far from that, but it's won 5 in a row. Anyway, here is the last pack. So we have Clauncher with 60 HP, double pincers does 10 damage times the number of heads after flipping 2 coins. We've got Bergmite, just saw this card a few minutes ago. We'll skip past that one. We've got Chimchar, 60 HP, Scratch for 10 damage, and Ember for 30. Flip a coin. If heads, discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon with Ember. We've got Yanma with 70 HP, Scout. Your opponent reveals his or her hand, and Speed Dive for 40 damage. I'm seeing a card back here. I don't know if you can see the edge right there, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty solid card. I'm going to hide that again. Next up, we've got Mareep, 60 HP. Thunder Wave will paralyze on a heads flip, and Tackle does 20 damage. I don't think this is what I was seeing, but B-Sharp, 100 HP. Retaliate does 30 damage. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from your opponent during his or her last turn, the attack does 60 more damage. And Mach Claw, 60 damage, not affected by resistance. This is also a foil card, if you can't tell. Pretty neato. And this is the one I was seeing. So Steelix, EX, 180 HP. Wild Edge is 80 damage. You may do 50 more damage if you do deal 20 damage to yourself. And Iron Tail for 100 damage times the number of heads. Flip until you get tails. So I like this card. I really do like this card. This card, I know that there is a card that will allow you to reflip if you do not like the result of your flip on an attack. So that could come in handy on this card. This card, I'm going to try to brainstorm some strategies around this card, but I don't know if it's going to really make a huge difference. I can't make a deck with it yet, so, you know, maybe you'll have an idea or two. Put it in the comments below. I won't steal it, I promise. But maybe I'll do a video in the future where I talk about Steelix EX. Anyway, so we've also got Dewat, 90 HP, Razor Shell for 30 damage, plus 20 more if you flip heads. And Gardevoir Spirit Link. Of course, your turn will not end if you evolve into Mega Gardevoir. And Klefki, 70 HP, Fairy Wind for 30. This card also allows you to attach this card with the ability you can attach this card to another Pokemon as a tool card. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done by Mega Pokemon is negated, but you have to discard that card at the end of your next turn, at the end of your opponent's turn. So while it seems like it'd be a really cool card, it only lasts for one turn and may not be as useful as it originally seems. So those are the packs that I have to open. That's going to be it for me as far as packs. Let's get into some versus matches here, because I think that's where all the fun is. Everybody's doing it. Everyone's playing versus matches these days. Versus matches are so hot right now. But here we go. Versus, I made a new deck actually the other day. This is the deck called Write You a Letter. I think I might play this deck next month. I'm kind of perfecting it a little bit more. But right now, it is what it is. I thought I renamed this deck. I guess I didn't. Let's go ahead and rename it while we're here. It's now called Fairly Odd because of how odd it is that I'm actually winning matches. And save. So 5 in a row. I'll take 5 in a row. As you can see, I've played it a little bit off screen. It's 13 of 26, which is exactly 50%, which I've stated this before. It does not matter what game I'm playing, what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what sport I'm playing, what board game I'm playing, what video game I'm playing. It does not matter. My stats for that game are almost always 50% win rate. Every single time. I look at my stats for... I kind of wish I had a stat for how many games I've played in the trading card game online. But typically I win just as much as I lose. And I may have won the last 5 with this deck, but trust me, 5 losses are coming. It's gonna happen. But you know what? There's a lot of cool strategy here that may or may not help me win games in the future. Maybe I take some cards out. Maybe I change some stuff around. I mean, I don't know. I think that there's some opportunity for sure as far as what types of things I'll be able to do in the future. But this is a really good starting hand. As long as I don't get end, as long as I don't get end out of this, then we'll be in good shape. That's probably a bad start for him as far as having Shaman on his active slot. You'd really want to play Shaman so you can actually use the ability. But he's not able to use that ability right now. And I got end, of course. I knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. I think just because of the fact that he had Shaman on his active slot, it was pretty obvious that that was going to happen. It's not entirely fixable, or unfixable, I should say. I feel like I should put this up there too. That's going to come in handy, I think, as far as being able to stall a little bit. Get some energy out on these two. I've got a Stadium card out, so I can deal some extra damage. This does extra damage on an EX Pokemon, and as long as I can get out Mega Gardevoir EX in a reasonable amount of time, I should be in good shape. I still need to get the Spirit Link, and that I don't need it necessarily, but it would definitely be helpful. He's going to try to get... as much damage as he can from that scatter shot. That's probably what he's looking at. 30 damage times the amount of psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. Right now he's looking at 30 damage. He attached a fighting energy to him, though. I don't know what that was all about, especially since I don't see any fighting Pokemon on his bench yet. Maybe he's going to grab one now. So a couple of days ago, I discovered that pretty much all Psychic-type Pokemon are weak to Psychic-type Pokemon. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And I happen to have... Okay, now it makes sense. Sorry if I didn't realize that he was going to be able to evolve into that. Now it makes sense. So now I realize that the evolution to Gardevoir EX into Mega Gardevoir EX, there are 2 different Mega Gardevoir EX cards, and there was one that I didn't want to use. I wanted to use the other one, which is, hopefully we'll get to see them. But there certainly is one that's better than the other in certain situations. Right now, I definitely need the one that is also Psychic. So there's a Mega Gardevoir EX that is Fairy type and Psychic type, and the one that's also Psychic type would just destroy this whole team, for the most part. Especially since he's got all EX Pokemon up there. Like, I'm more worried about this one right now, this Mewtwo, because I don't know if he has... I don't know if he has all the energy that he needs for that other one. And why did he attach a double colorless to this one? Shit. Okay. Now it makes sense. And your turn's over. Alright. Let's see if we got energy. Yes, we do. Let's go right here with that. Let's go over here. May as well drop that too. We're basically just setting up. That's all we're doing. This whole game so far is setting up for the rest of the game. Who's going to get set up first? Who's going to have the energy? Who's going to have a better strategy? That's kind of what we're looking at right now, and it could be anybody. Literally anybody. At some point, one of us is going to get fed up with just kind of, messing around. He's very much relying on his next draw. He has 1 card in his hand right now. That could be very bad for him. So I pretty much have a fully powered up bench right now. I don't even need Xerneas. Xerneas has never been a Pokemon that I wanted to do 100 damage with. I mean, if you look at his attack, 100 damage, discard an energy card. I don't want to do that attack. I want to use Geomancy so I can get these benched Pokemon all powered up. And look what happened. They're ready to go. He's almost ready to go too, though. So, I'm going to go ahead and use In, get everything all refreshed. He's going to have 6 cards now, which is kind of unfortunate. But look at this. I actually have 2 Spirit Links now, which is brilliantly executed, I think. May as well go ahead and drop him, too. I mean, I can't really power him up, so that kind of sucks. But it's fine. So really, I don't have any other options right now. I need to go ahead and grab... I can't even retreat right now. So that's kind of worse, not being able to retreat. Is he Psychic? He's Fairy. Okay, so... I need to stall. I definitely need to stall. He's going to be able to do how much? 10 damage. Oh, that's gonna be bad. I'm going to grab a switch if I have one. I don't think I have any in this deck. Oh, I don't need one. Never mind. I have that item out, so I don't even need a switch. Let's go ahead and grab an Evo Soda. Let's do it. And we'll go ahead and grab this one because it does 110 damage times 2. So there we go. We're going to switch, give the old switcheroo, go ahead and bring out this Lugia, and deal 120 damage, knocking out this Shaman. 2 prize cards for me, yippity-doo. So if he is still going to stall, that would be a huge mistake. I don't think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to try to get this Mewtwo out, yep. And I think he's going to deal a ton of damage. But that's fine, because my Gardevoir EX is going to deal a ton of damage back to him. And then he doesn't really have any other Pokemon that he can use. Now, if he has a Lysander, that's going to be very tricky. There it is. I knew it was going to happen. He needs to get this out of the way. Yep. That was a good call. That was a really good call for him. So it's going to deal what? 2, 4, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 3. It's like 210. Exactly, 220. All right. Well, that's unfortunate for me, because I needed all that energy. I needed all that to happen. There is a stadium card out, so we'll go ahead and put that up there. I still have another chance. I do have another one of these in this deck, just for that occasion. So, you know, it shouldn't be a big deal. I don't have a basic that I need, but I guess I'll go ahead and attack. He's going to kill me, like hardcore kill me. So this is going downhill quick, and I knew that Lysander was going to come out. I really should have gone ahead and just switched. I should have made him switch. Like 3 or 4 turns ago, when I had Lugia out against that Shaman, I should have switched and made him switch out to that Mewtwo and killed it. I got really greedy and didn't think he was going to do what he did, but it's fine. I mean, lesson learned, I guess. Next time I'll know better, but he's definitely going to kill this Diancie, so that sucks. But that's 2 more prize cards he's going to get. I should be able to kill him with Lugia, I believe. 120. Yeah. And then this thing is going to come out and deal 150. If there's a stadium card in play, do 50 more damage. So 200 damage. Wow. Let's go ahead and get that other one out. I don't need this, and I don't need this. That should be a death, right? Yes. So let's see. He's not going to get 2 prize cards off me unless he has a Lysander, which I'm not. I'm definitely not going to be so far ahead of myself that I think he does not have a way to get Lysander. He probably does. But if he doesn't switch me out and kill this EX, oh my gosh. He didn't even attack me. Can he not attack me right now? He can't. Wow. Well, let's just go ahead and win. Because he's weak to Psychic. That is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and discard these 2 cards. Why not? Because I think I underestimated 230. Yeah, see, I was thinking he had 210, and that's why I discarded one of those cards. So, just to make sure that I actually beat him. So that's 6 in a row, folks. I don't know what's going on with this deck. It's not that good of a deck, but it's not doing poorly. That came in super handy. And I'm on a challenge right now for knockout 16 Pokemon with your Fairy-type Pokemon. I don't even know what's going on. And I messed up, too. Like, I made a huge mistake on that match. So, I'm reluctant to go again, but actually we're at the 30-minute mark right now, so I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. 6 in a row is really good. Stay tuned for tomorrow where I lose, because that's definitely going to happen. But if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon trading card game online. I also talk about Pokemon and all kinds of cool stuff going on in Nintendo and things like that. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I should be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll probably have some cards to open, some packs to open up, so definitely stay tuned for that. I guess those codes that I got today in those packs will probably be in my game tomorrow, so I will open those live tomorrow. But I do want to thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the flippity flop.